Okay, so you're scrolling online, maybe looking for that perfect first ATV for a young rider in your life.
Yeah, happens all the time.
And you spot one, looks rugged, great price, seems like a steal.
Exactly. Very tempting.
Well, today we're doing a deep dive into one of those, the XTRO Eagle 40cc Kids ATV.
Right. And our mission here is really to cut through all the marketing noise.
Okay.
We've dug into, well, everything. The official product pages, sure, but also corporate records, hundreds of customer reviews.
Hundreds, wow.
To find out what's really going on with this machine. Features, the brand, its actual value. Some of it might surprise you.
All right, let's get into it. The basics first. Safety features. It looks like it has some good ones listed.
Yeah.
Like an adjustable speed governor, dual hydraulic disc brakes.
Yes.
Even a parking brake and an emergency kill switch.
Yeah.
Plus, it's EPA approved.
Okay, yes, those are listed. Sounds reassuring on paper, right?
It does.
But here's where our deep dive gets, well, interesting. It's marketed for beginners, but the customer reports, they paint a very different picture.
Ooh, like what?
Frequent breakdowns, stalling, sometimes just won't start. And get this, assembly isn't just putting on wheels.
No.
The manufacturer actually suggests hiring a professional mechanic because it needs real mechanical know-how.
Huh. So not exactly beginner-friendly assembly either.
Mm-hmm.
What about that EPA approval then?
Well, that mostly just means it meets certain environmental standards for emissions. It doesn't really speak to reliability or, how well it actually works.
Right. Okay. So given all that, who can actually ride this thing? Because there's this one detail, the weight capacity.
Yes.
The maximum weight limit.
It's only 70 pounds. That seems really low.
It is. It's extremely low. It basically means it's only suitable for very young kids, maybe like 4 to 6 years old.
And they'd outgrow it super fast.
Exactly. Its useful life is incredibly short because of that limit.
So why is it still appealing then? It must be that look.
I think that's a big part of it. It has that tough utility design, looks aggressive. Kids probably love that.
But speaking of looks, here's a really critical omission we found. Those big headlights on the front.
Yeah, they look cool.
They're purely decorative. They don't work at all.
Wait, seriously, they don't even turn on?
Nope, non-functional, which is a pretty big safety concern, wouldn't you say? And it's not mentioned clearly on the main sales pages.
That's wow. Okay, so beyond the ATV itself, what about the company, XPRO?
Right, XPRO USA. It's mainly an online retailer, but the corporate side is revealing.
How so?
The actual legal entity, XPRO USA LLC, it was voluntarily dissolved back on May 31st, 2022.
Dissolved. But they're still selling these ATVs.
Seems like it. Which creates a really murky situation for, accountability, customer support, warranty claims.
Yeah, that sounds risky.
And compounding that, they have an F rating from the Better Business Bureau.
An F? Why?
Primarily for failing to respond to customer complaints. It just points to a real lack of consumer trust and support infrastructure.
Okay, so let's talk bottom line. Cost versus value. The list price is around $479.
Right, but that's not the whole story. There's a mandatory shipping fee. Pretty hefty one, too.
How much?
$199.95. So your actual upfront cost is $678.95.
Almost $680.
Yeah. And here's the kicker. For that price, or even a bit less sometimes, competitors like the Sahara 40 Mini Quad offer way more.
Like the weight capacity.
Exactly. The Sahara has a 160-pound limit. That's more than double the XPRO Eagle.
Double. Okay. That changes the value proposition significantly.
Hugely. It makes the XPRO a much poorer long-term investment. You combine that tiny weight limit with all the reports of reliability issues.
The breakdowns, the starting problems.
Right. People report catastrophic failures too, like axles breaking. It seems like it requires constant tinkering and maintenance. Definitely not a gas and go vehicle, more like a gamble.
So wrapping this up, what are the main takeaways from this deep dive?
I'd say 4 big things stick out for anyone considering this XPRO Eagle.
Yeah.
1, your own mechanical skill. Are you prepared for a project? Because it sounds like one.
Right.
Your child's size, and importantly, their growth. That 70-pound limit is seriously restrictive.
Point 3.
Calculate the real cost. Don't forget that mandatory shipping. It adds a lot.
Good point. And finally,
just recognize that competitors, often for a similar total price, offer much better specs, especially that weight limit, which means much better long-term value.
it really shows how that initial tempting price tag might hide some significant hidden costs and headaches down the road.
Absolutely. It's not just about this ATV, is it? It makes you think, what other bargains out there might actually demand way more from you time, skill, money than you first realized? Something to chew on.